We've been tracking your weekly sales for the last 2 weeks.
Uh-huh.
335 sales last week, and this week just gone 445.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I think you guys are tracking them better than I am.
So we
Yeah.
were averaging it out at around 780 sales per month. So yeah, we're super happy about that progress for you.
I still remember our phone call that we had. I remember it like it was yesterday.
Oh, that's wonderful.
I just had a good feeling like you understood what was going on. So I took a chance. I tried other courses, other coaches. Like I've already done a lot of other things that didn't really help me as much as they should have. So like after your course and your help, like I haven't needed to take any other classes ever again. Like this is it. I know what I'm doing now, finally. Like I have a direction.
Obviously, it takes time to build your Etsy store, but for Dawn, it's just gone boom. And you launched 3 weeks ago, right? Your first product.
It's crazy. We've done all the research. So I know it's going to sell at some point. I did not realise that literally within hours, I would get that first cha-ching. I was gobsmacked. Absolutely gobsmacked. It wasn't, I think the first day was 8 sales.
Wow.
Crazy.
Some people struggle to get 8 sales in the first few months, let alone in the first day, you know? How did your husband feel when you were ka-chinging all over the place?
Because every time I got the odd cha-ching, he was like, oh, that's fantastic. But when this thing kept going on and on, like, you're kidding. You're kidding, this can't be another one. Like, it is. To see that all the efforts that I was putting in beforehand, I was doing the right thing. I was just channeling it in the wrong area. I was using all the talents that I had before. And obviously by using your formula, I've kind of worked out how to put it in the right places. Going forward, there's no reason why it's not going to be like 20, 30 sales a day.
And you know, if you had not done the research in the right way, you never would have spotted the potential in that need. And then you made a really, really smart decision. Yeah. And that's the data we need to make a clear, precise decision. Because it shouldn't be an emotional decision, what we create on Etsy. It should be a numbers decision.
As soon as I saw it, it was almost instant. It was like a little light bulb that just went in my head. I just knew instantly. I kept tapping the numbers in. I said to my husband, I said, I really need to do this now. Yeah. Well, he's already planning retirement now.
So I launched in April, and in the first months, I hit 100 sales. Now I'm about 4.5 months out, and I just hit 500 sales today. So yesterday was my biggest sale so far. In a day, I had 23 sales.
Fantastic. How is that income affecting you now, your family and future plans?
I wanted to be able to quit a music job that I had that I didn't feel like was fitting me anymore. I had a goal of, by the time school started back up, to be able to have this going enough that I could say, I'm done. And I just sent a message 3 weeks ago and said, I'm finished. So this is it.
So just a few days ago, my second shop passed my first shop in revenue. And my first shop has been open for 44 weeks. So it took that long to get revenue. And my second shop has only been open for 14 weeks. And I made $5,700 revenue, which is really great. And that's been the biggest difference for me is research is everything.
Yeah.
It was worth every second of it. You know, because what's interesting is before I joined the program, I didn't even know my niche was a thing. Didn't
even know about it.
I'm creating money that my family is using on a monthly basis. I'm not just paying the parking meter with my profits.
Yeah. You have a lot of traffic infringements now.
Perfect for me.
Yeah.
But I think you give us, Alice, an amazing framework to do that. But as a human being and being in a place where I'm so happy, my daughter's so proud of me, my kids are so proud of me. That is what all the work is worth, you know? And that's why I love this program. It's out there. I'm living proof it's out there. Like, this is amazing. And I never thought I would be here. I'm going to start crying, Alice.
Oh, bless you. So I did your stats, and in 3 months has been $4,000, nearly $4,500. That's phenomenal from the difference from where your store was before. But when you were given those tools to kind of go, right, where's the money lie?
But that's what I was missing before. I didn't have a step-by-step process. I didn't know what I was doing. I was throwing spaghetti on the wall and hope it stuck. But I don't have to do that now, because I can go through this step-by-step process, no matter how much I am not a step-by-step process kind of person, no matter how much I wanted to just create stuff instead. And it gets you where you want to go.
So this is the graduate who literally put her trainers on and whipped right through in 4 weeks nearly. So I know you had a really good experience in the program, right, Melissa?
I did. It was so much fun.
Good.
I'm weird. I don't know. It was a blast. And me not being a designer, I found a niche where I can prosper in. I can make really cool, awesome things that fit right in with who I am amazingly. I never knew that this niche existed. That's been really, really exciting to see. I've had so many people that are coming through and they're like, I never knew this product existed. I'm so excited for it. Thank you for making it. So that's been really fun to see it grow as well. So that's also really exciting to know that we haven't reached the end yet. My second month, I had 5 return customers, and this month I had 25 return customers. I'm now equaling all of my chasers that I'm following really closely on a weekly basis. And I've done all of this while working my other job. But as of Friday, I no longer work my part-time job. I was able to quit 2 weeks ago. So I'm free. My time is my own again. And I cannot tell you the burden that has taken off of me this week. I found myself laughing more. I mean, I feel like an infomercial, a really cheesy infomercial, guys, but it's true. Like, I'm watching my kids play and I'm laughing, not going, oh my gosh, I have to get back to work. I have stuff to do. There's like stuff piling up, because the sales are just ka-chinging away while I am literally playing with them. It's amazing.
You've had nearly coming up to 15,000 sales across the 2 shops. So congratulations on that. Your sales, and in a 4-week period, 666 sales. So that's awesome. You've got a really high conversion rate, 6%.
I know.
Yeah.
It can work like magic when you follow it. That was one thing I loved about your program, was everything was laid out and you gave me direction, which is like, I'm a go-getter, but I need someone to tell me what to do. I loved your focus and route of go where the numbers are, figure out how to make that work within the skills that you already have. Just really trusting that process that you gave was so important to me. Alice says, like, your shop, if you're doing it right, will double. And mine did. And I was shocked. Like, I did not expect that to happen. And it was great.
So it took me 6 days to get my first sale. It took me 2.5 months to get my first 100 sales. And I was really gaining momentum. So I just kept churning out the products. It took me 6.5 months to get my first 1,000 sales. And it's just taken me 3 months to get my next 1,000 sales. I'm already earning the same money that I was in my job. I can just see that it's going to get better and better. So I think we're going to live very comfortably next year. So I'm excited for that. You know, finally the dream is coming true. I found you on Facebook and it just intrigued me. I booked in for the phone call, and by the end, I already knew I was going to do the course. I just had a good feeling in my bones that it was going to work. So glad I did. Now, I enjoyed the course. Like you said, it's just a process and you funnel down to 2 or 3 maybes, and then you really find out whether it's going to work or not. And that's exciting because that's obviously where I found my niche. And the numbers were great. And that's what made me think, right, I can do this. Honestly, if I had have just gone out on my own to start off with, I know I wouldn't have had the success.
You were celebrating in the graduate group that you've reached your income goal. Obviously, you reached that a while ago. Is your earnings kind of equal or more than your job that you had before?
Oh, much more.
Yeah, much more.
I'm making more in 2 months than I made in a year. We're looking at paying our mortgage off this year. And then I'm like, okay, then we have no mortgage and we can work on a beach home or whatever we want. I am definitely further than my husband ever thought this was going to go. He's like, oh my gosh, what's going on here? He's been in a corporate job for 15 years and I'm making more than he is now.
I randomly heard an interview with you on a podcast, and I'd heard about digital downloads, and I thought, oh, that's something interesting. So I scheduled a call with you and we talked, and I just jumped right in. And my store is less than 2 months old and it's growing, and I'm getting sales every day. And it just feels good. That was something that was appealing when talking to you on the phone. This was like scientific strategy. It was just more exactly what my mind needed.
Yeah.
Left to my own devices, I would have been just gone and on to the next idea. But with the structure, it really held me accountable. I found niches that I would have never stumbled upon.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, this is not even on my radar. I'm like, oh, this is a whole new world. Once I use your spreadsheets, I just go in there, I fill in the numbers, I know what I'm looking for. I'm just like boom, boom, boom. And I do just want to say, Alice, you really like changed my mindset of like how I want to live my life and like how I want to create my life. I want to travel the world. I want to work remotely. I want multiple streams of income. And I want flexibility and freedom. And this is a way to get to it. And I just feel like now I have the tools to get there. So I really appreciate it.
I just don't even have the words for it. It's really, really amazing. This is one of the best courses I've ever taken.